Providence Bruins fell 5-2 to the Wolfpack, second straight loss after setting the franchise record with a 13-game win streak. Blue Jays fell to the Red Sox 11-10. The final there, Nate Eaton and Cedar Rafaela drove in a pair for Boston. Yankees fell to the Mets 6-4. Mets homered 4 times. Bombers went deep twice, accounting for all 10 runs. College basketball, BU fell 70-67 to Lehigh. Chance Gladden had 17 in defeat for the Terriers. And Holy Cross topped Bucknell 72-63. Gabe Warren 21 for the Crusaders. NASCAR at Atlanta, Tyler Reddick made it 2 wins in a row as he claimed the checkered flag after a wild overtime finish. That is your look at sports for ON Sports. I'm Lou Mandeville.
Your certified Buick GMC dealer serving drivers throughout Woonsocket and the surrounding areas is Tasca Buick GMC. At Tasca, you'll find a solid selection of new Buick GMC models, as well as a carefully inspected lineup of pre-owned vehicles. They also have a well-connected finance center run by a qualified team of finance experts who can help you get the right loan or lease in a quick, easy, and transparent manner. Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. Tasca Buick GMC. You will be satisfied.
This ON AM and FM forecast brought to you by Chan's Fine Oriental Dining, 267 Main Street, Woonsocket. For takeouts, call 765-1900. The blizzard warning from the National Weather Service continues for the Blackstone Valley. Today, snow could be heavy at times, areas of blowing snow, high of 28 degrees, very windy with north winds gusting over 50 miles per hour possible. 100% chance of precipitation and an additional 10 to 14 inches of snow is possible on top of what we've already gotten. Tonight, snow tapers off, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 20 degrees, wind gusts dying down to about 30 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation overnight only 30%, and new snow accumulation on top of what we have is only a half an inch. Tuesday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 31. Wednesday, an 80% chance of snow is likely, 1 to 2 inches is possible. Thursday, 50% chance of a rain and snow mix in the morning, then partly sunny skies with a high of 39. And Thursday night, a 70% chance of rain and snow mix in the early part of the evening. Friday, a 40% chance of rain and snow mix in the early part of the day, switching to partly sunny skies later on with a high of 42. Saturday, sunny and 44. And on Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 43 degrees. Currently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio here on Park Avenue in Woonsocket, it's 29 degrees. The governor has declared a travel ban and state of emergency. No travel on any roads except for emergency purposes. Many more storm announcements at Woonsocketradio.com.
You hear it all on ON Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Senior Scene. I'm Linda Tebow with North Smithfield Senior Services. And
good morning, Linda. I'm Steve Healy with Aging Well at the Gus Ayot Senior Center. We're taping on a snowy afternoon today because we might not get here on Monday for the show.
Exactly. So we said we'd best get here today because we wouldn't want you to miss us.
So when this airs, we'll say Happy Monday, but for our purposes, Happy Friday.
Absolutely.
And TGIF.
Thank goodness. So, do you think we've had enough snow?
I've had my share.
Yeah, I have. You know, the thing is, I love snow. I really do. I think it's gorgeous. It's pretty. It cleans the air and all that good stuff. But I'm okay now.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Well, we've been pretty lucky since 2015.
Yes, we have.
But, hey, Mother Nature gives what we get.
Exactly. And I date myself now and age myself by saying, this is like the winters that I remember as a child. There was always a lot of snow. But anyway, so what's going on over there at the Gus Ayot Senior Center?
Oh, there's always lots of things going on.
Yeah.
February we had some Valentine's celebrations.
What did you have?
And in fact, I did a spaghetti meatball dinner.
Oh.
And we had the magician.
Oh, they seemed to like him, huh?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. We had Dennis the Magician. They really enjoyed that.
Did you have a big crowd, or?
We had a decent crowd.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't get to see much because
no,
where I am.
because you're in the kitchen. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I guess they liked it.
Well, good. No, I've heard
the food. I mean, they like the magician.
Well, of course, Steve. There's never a question about food that you cook. You made the spaghetti and meatballs.
Yes, I did.
You know, he's a wonderful cook, people. He really is. So that's good. That's good. Our February was, just the regular stuff there at the Scouters Hall, our temporary senior center.
But Linda, we've had to pause a lot because of the weather.
Well, the weather, we lost at least one Monday or two. Well, it was President's Day,
right?
And then we lost one Monday due to snow. And the funniest thing, somebody had called us because we share. It's a temporary senior center, so we share with EMA and the warming center and all of these things. The Scouts, obviously, and so I had a call from one of the fellows on EMA, and they're in charge of the warming center. They're there, they staff it and everything. And he had texted me and said, with this cold weather, do you think the seniors won't be out? And I'm like, oh, yes, we will. It's amazing because, he's probably 25 years, 30 years old. And they think just because we're a certain age that we're afraid to get out in the cold and drive.
I mean, there's a certain time to say it, but then you get cabin fever.
But the classes were packed.
Right.
In the middle of that cold weather, they came. When you say cabin fever, I know one gal had said to me she had been in the house for 3 days because of that weekend when we had the big snow and everything. She said, I had to get out of the house and get here because of cabin fever.
Yeah.
So yes, seniors do go out in the cold.
Well, I think some of the people, and I'll put myself in that age group, we know how to deal with it.
Well, yeah, we're getting older. We're not getting stupid, folks. So that's what's going on. That's what's been going on. And we were busy. We had, and thanks to Steve, we had a few lunches in February, and they really liked them.
I'm glad they enjoyed them.
They really, and you know what they did, because they didn't want to just, as I said, it's a temporary senior center right now for us. And so what one of the gals had done, she had said, we really appreciate what we're doing here, and we're just not, I don't think it should just be called lunch. We ought to call it something like Cafe blah, blah, blah. And so she said, I know, we'll call it Cafe Linda. And so one, Joanne, Joanne, well, don't you think she went and painted a little sign with flowers on it and everything, and they gave it to me I think at our last lunch. I said, oh my gosh, but I put it on a stand because we don't put things on the wall. And so, but what it is now is just whether 10, 12, 14, however many people are sitting around a big table like at Thanksgiving. Sometimes we have to put the kids' table there because there's more. But they're just sitting around chatting.
And that's what the whole point of the program is.
And that's what it's all about.
Right. It's to be, a nutritious meal, but it's mostly to get people to interact.
Yeah. And we don't get the big, the number, what is it, number one? We get the number two meal, which means it's a salad or a sandwich, something light, because many of the folks are there for morning classes and want to sit around and stay and then take the afternoon classes.
Right.
They're very active. They like the exercise classes, so we have a very vibrant crew.
Right.
But they sit around for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And even when it's a little late, they stay and wait. They don't complain,
Yeah, today would have been this past week was a perfect week because the caterer didn't have the schools because they were on vacation.
Well, that's the
so
thing.
we were like, oh, you're here.
Yeah. So anyways, but we're thankful to Steve and Marie and Donna, too, that help us with that. And we're going to continue. We'll continue.
Yeah, you're getting Italian grinders next week.
Huh?
You're getting Italian grinders this week.
Yes, I know. That sounds good. Yeah, because we're having one Wednesday. Yeah, yes. Wednesday, yeah. And we did have a very good presentation by Jane Deming. She did marsupials. Do you know what that is, Steve? They have a pouch. But she did a great job, and we got to use our new TV, which we were able to get through a grant. It's not mounted on the wall. We have it on a cart that we push it out when we need it. And what a nice thing, because she had to use a projector before, and it was shown on a screen, but it was really nice. So we got to use that for the first time, and we thank.
Yeah, she's coming to see us in Woonsocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the
On the what?
I can put my glasses on.
Put your glasses on.
Oh, they're over here
They were on his head, folks. No, they
on
were.
the floor. But I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what?
But I don't think it makes a difference because she's a great presenter.
You know what she said to us? And she had asked the group, which ones do you want? We're booked till June. And they all chose that we have one coming up in March. It's going to be Rainforest. So she'll be coming for that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any difference. She's a great presenter.
She's excellent. She's a wealth of knowledge, and she's not just book smart. She's actually she told a story when she was a young woman, a young girl actually. She wanted to study animal science, and her father, an old-fashioned fellow, said no. You could be a hairdresser, or maybe this or that, or maybe a secretary. And so she got a degree in business, and then she went back to school. But I mean, she has a lifetime experience with animals, not just what she studied and read about in a book. Mm-hmm. She knows.
Right.
And so she's awesome. So we have her booked through June, and I let everybody pick the topics. What do you want? So that'll be a good thing. We have a couple of things, new things coming up. Not new, but, one is new. In March, by popular demand, we have Cheers Zumba coming back. We try things if they work, if they don't. But, the attendance was getting a little low, actually. So we said, well, let's stop it for a while. But there were folks that really, really, really like it, and that's their best form of exercise. So we're bringing that back on Tuesdays, and that's Linda Oline that's teaching that, and it's going to start back on Tuesday, March 3rd, and then coming back also with Linda Oline is the country line dancing. She had a knee situation, so she was out for time to rehab and such. So she's coming back. That country line was a lot of fun. That I tried it. It was really fun and very fast. And she's coming back. So that's coming in March 4th on a Wednesday. And something else that is going to be a new class. It's called Yoga Toning, and that's going to be by Natalie. It's done with weights. So, and it's going to be in a chair because she's the gal that's doing chair yoga. But we're going to try that. They're all this gal is certified in all things yoga. Yeah, she's even going to get her certification in laughter yoga. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I said, well, let's try it, because we do weight training. We have weight training with Elaine, which is well attended. That's a great class. And so I said, well, yeah, let's try it. It's something different. So we will. So that's new. What else you got? How about March? What you got coming in March?
Well,
St. Patrick's Day.
Well, yeah. We like to do we like to do something after the hours, after hours.
Oh, yeah. That sounds later in the day.
Yes,
because after hours sounds kind of
which is kind of nice because some people that are either taking care of their grandchildren.
Yeah, sure.
We're still working part time. Yeah. Gives them opportunity to come to the center.
Okay.
So we're gonna have Irish music by Billy.
For St. Patrick's Day? Oh, that's good. Good.
And Donna told me that I told her we were having Reuben sandwiches, but I don't remember that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like
Well, because the next day we're having corned beef.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the nurse wouldn't approve of all that sodium.
No, all the sodium.
That's going to happen, though.
No. I know. But you know my thing. Everything in moderation.
Well, 2 days in a row.
Oh, 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that's a little over. But you know what?
Well, no, so the rest of the week eat. But when I tell people to eat healthy, I always say 80% of the time. So you got 20 there.
Yeah, I got that's it. Nothing else that week.
The rest of the week you have the salads and the veggies and fruits. So there you go. You can make and a little more movement, a little more exercise.
And drink a lot more water because you're going to be thirsty.
That too. No, the sodium, that's the thing. The sodium's so
but
bad
it's so
for
good.
us. I know, but so bad for us. So bad for us. But no, well, that's a good thing. We're going to do something that we have done before, and we're bringing it back for Easter. And I always say this wrong, and Chris tried to tell me how to say it, but I say it phonetically, Pysanky eggs, P-S-Y-A-N-K-I eggs. They're Ukrainian Easter eggs.
Okay.
And I wrote something down, so hold on a minute. Yeah, they're traditional Ukrainian Easter eggs, and they're decorated. We did this class a few years ago, and I just thought it was so appropriate for Easter. And she doesn't live she used to be in North Smithfield, but she's moved down south county, and she's willing to come up. And I just thought it's so appropriate because, first of all, Easter eggs, and Easter is early this year, April 5th. And also, when she comes, they're Ukrainian Easter eggs. The last time she taught us all about the culture of them and their intricate designs, and it's wax. We apply wax, and then you paint and you dip it into the dye from the lighter colors to the darker colors, and she guides us every step of the way. She brings the eggs, she brings all the tools. The thing that we use is called a kistka, K-I-S-T-K-A, and that's what you use to apply the wax and everything. And it's the symbolism behind it is that, well, at first they thought it had protective powers against evil spirits, but basically it's about just giving good wishes. They give them as presents. They're beautiful. I made one. I can't say it's beautiful like they did, but it was pretty dang good. But just to learn about the culture, and especially now, not especially now, but those people in Ukraine, they've been through so much, and I think it's great like that. Chris is a younger woman, and one of the gals on my senior citizen advisory committee in North Smithfield, Irene, is part of that church, and they keep the culture alive. Irene has been there several times. And what Chris did the last time is she brought some of the eggs that she had done. They're beautiful. And, we could purchase them as gifts for Easter. I bought some for the kids, the kids. They're adult kids now. But, and all the proceeds, whenever they do anything, go to the people, directly to the people in Ukraine, not to a fund somewhere
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah.
There's no egg inside. Do they get the egg out?
Well, what she does, some of these eggs, they're hollow. I guess there are different ways to do these. She actually brings an egg, because what happens is that yolk all dries up and goes away anyways after time, because these things last forever. They last forever. The other way they do it is they blow out all the contents of the middle of it. But I remember I had done that. That's really hard work.
Yeah,
that's really hard work. So she brings the eggs, and they're raw eggs. So you handle them gently, so you don't drop the. Especially, I remember one woman. They had got them all. They were all painted up and all this stuff, and she dropped it. So it's like, ugh. But they are so beautiful. They're really works of art, and it's all. They're folk art, and everything has a symbolism to them, And sadly, though, the class is limited. It's limited.
Well, it has to be.
Because she's the teacher. And she said to me when we were on the phone, she says, Linda, I don't have as much patience as I used to. I said, well, yeah, we're getting older. And she's much younger than me. But she's so talented. She used to be the postmaster of the Swadersville Post Office.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's really a...
Well, maybe you can have the participants and you can have people that can't do it but can observe.
Well, that's the thing, because it's they're beautiful. And I know as soon as I let people know, they're going to be saying, sign me up. But I just thought it was something different. And we have lots of exercise classes, and we do have other things like with Blue Cross Blue Shield that they bring in education and such. But I just thought that would be a nice thing for Easter. But you're right, Steve. People could come and observe and maybe only, yeah.
Right.
Because what she does too, she teaches. Like she's taught me how to say that word better. But she said, yeah, I was putting my accent on the wrong syllable, She kept
You got a pass though, didn't you?
Yeah. So she could. So I'm like, I failed the pronunciation of the word, but it was really good. And I'll tell you, I did get some of those eggs, and I always do Easter baskets for the kids, even though they're adults now. And, that was a gift, and they really treasured them. They're beautiful. They're really nice. So, anyways, you'll have to come and paint with us.
I'd love to.
So that's a big one. I'm really happy about that one. It's different. But the rest of the stuff is still... And of course, the other thing I wanted to tell everybody, too, we are doing... but it's April, and you'll hear more about it as we go along. But that, once again, you need to sign up because it's limited. We're going to, I call it the Safe Driver course. The actual title is Defensive Driving.
Right.
And it's AAA.
Oh, AAA's coming to do it?
Coming to do it. They did it the last time I did it, too. And it's 9 to 1, and it's going to be on April 28th, which is a Tuesday, and we're going to, it'll be at Scouters Hall, and we're going to have the same instructor that we had for the last class. She does a great job. But then, you get people, when you take that defensive driver course, you get seniors, we get a nice discount on our car insurance.
I should be doing that.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should. I mean, I'll tell you, the insurance, everything costs so much now.
Oh, no kidding.
And so, we do have a limit. I think it's 20 people. They told me maybe we could squeak in 22 or 3. But, and if more people want it, I've got a grant. We have a grant that we use for that. And they pay, because it's $20 a person. If you try to take it yourself, it costs more, I think. But I have the grant that pays for it, so there will be no fee.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to ask my friend Steve because we'll have lunch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like you did the last time we had it.
Sure.
And so it was a good day. But I know my husband and I took it both 2 times now, and we get a nice discount on our car insurance. Yep. So that's coming up in April.
I'm going to go back to March.
Go back to March. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I just, what it is? I want people, that Safe Driver is so...
Well, yeah, you got to get your name in for it,
It's a big deal, so, yeah.
We have 2 fall prevention programs that are going to be starting. Mm-hmm. And in March, we'll have the Matter of Balance, which is a great class.
Yeah,
It's very good entry level.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of very good information.
The healthy aging, Office of Healthy Aging.
Yeah. I was an instructor. I was trained in that, Matter of Balance.
Yeah.
Starting on March 18th. So after you eat all that corned beef, you can navigate those ankles.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and it'll be 8 consecutive Wednesdays at 12:30.
Yeah.
In addition, includes home safety, assertiveness, developing positive strategies for change, reducing barriers to exercise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's been a very good class.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm very familiar with those classes because we.
But additionally, now this is one, okay, and I might not get this word right.
Yeah,
okay.
One? Go ahead.
We're going to have bingo size.
What?
Bingo size.
What does that mean? Oh, is that like my exercise
bingo? Bingo size is a different approach.
Yeah.
And it's a fun activity. Bingo and a strategic exercise program and fall prevention tips. And those that complete the program will be awarded a gift card.
Well, that almost sounds like my exercise bingo class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
So bingo size.
Only I called it exercise bingo.
Yeah, well.
And I'll tell you, when I did it, everybody loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So those are 2 new things that will be coming up. And we're still doing brain games.
Yeah.
And what else do we have? March 16th, Aging Well will be hosting Rosemary Regatta from Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Medicare, Medicaid combination insurance. She will bring Bay State Physical Therapy in, who'll be leading a Get Moving exercise program while Elaine's on a short vacation. So, and then, of course, Brain Games we have every Friday, which is always kind of fun. They do love that Brain Games one.
Yeah. And speaking of Brain Games and balance, Sue Scambato is one of our instructors, and she's got an 8-week class that she's going to do, and it's called Balance and Cognitive Training, and but we're going to start it in April. Yeah, so that's an 8-week thing too. It's one that she got certified in. It's not the one from OHA, but it's balance, because balance is important for all things seniors. Well, actually, balance is important for everyone.
Everybody, I was gonna say.
Everyone. But balance is like, everything else. If you don't use it, you lose
got it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
it wasn't 100 years ago, but what did Linda Tebow always say? When you're watching TV during the commercials, get up and move.
Absolutely. And I still say that.
Right.
And I still practice that. Oh, by the way. And I get my husband to try to practice it.
Oh, good luck.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I know you're trying. We've got a few more minutes, but we can...
Yeah.
Do you want to put the nurse's cap on?
Well, what I wanted to do, quite honestly, if you'll bear with me, because I feel very close to what happened there at the hockey rink. And I just wanted to say, as somebody who has spent countless hours in rinks through the years, as a wife and a mother and a grandmother of hockey players for 3 generations, and as a figure skater and mother and grandmother to 2 figure skaters, I'd like to send my prayers to the hockey players and their families and extended families, just so that they may get some comfort and peace knowing they're not alone in this. The skating community, whether hockey or figure skating, was absolutely, as all of us were in all of Rhode Island, devastated by what happenings. But my prayers go out to all of you and offering you comfort and peace. You're not alone.
And they're going to go right back. They're going back at it. They're going to reopen.
Some of them have canceled their games.
Yeah, but
some of them have canceled their games. Yeah, but it's a small world, and this is the time to be together.
Yes,
and to take care of people around us. But with my nurse's cap on, I will tell you to keep moving and stay safe until next time.
Till April, when we'll be in spring.
OM 1240.
Hey, it's Cruisin' Bruce from ON Radio. And what are people saying about my Saturday block party every weekend? Well, let's ask.
Hey, Bruce, big fans, Bobby and Jane. We try to call as much as possible from Cumberland.
I think you're wonderful. I love you. You're awesome.
God bless you. I really enjoy the show.
Hey, Bruce, this is Wendy.